I don't know how to start this, but I have water and dark chocolate. So I think that will get me through. I didn't know how long I was gonna wait or if I was even going to do anything like this, but honestly, I'm alone, and that's when it's the worst. So I thought, why not have some therapy to myself, talk to the phone. My son is fighting his nap, so he can just chill. And I'll get on with this horrible story. Because if there's anything that I have learned through this nightmare, is that sharing, although it's the most vulnerable and scary thing I've ever done, it's also helped me pick up my feet and get out of bed, because of the love that has been shown to Brett and I, and all the support and the people reaching out, saying they understand the pain, because I think that's the hardest part about this all. So I don't really know how I'm gonna do this video. I guess we'll start with the good. I've been filming this whole pregnancy, and I probably won't add all of the footage because that's just too hard. So here is me finding out I'm pregnant, and then me surprising Brett that we were pregnant. I'm pregnant. I still haven't said that out loud. That's the first time I'm saying that out loud. I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh. I'm pregnant. We got a yes this morning. It is April 12th. Sorry, unhappy baby. I might not be able to finish filming this whole clip, but I missed my period in 2 days. What? Come here. Come here. I missed my period in 2 days. And I've been taking tests all week and they've all been negative, and I really didn't think it worked this month again, because we have been trying all of 2021. It is April 12th, so but I did fib to Brett. He doesn't think that we're pregnant. This whole time I've really wanted to surprise him, and so I took the test at like 5:40 because somebody was up really early this morning. He woke us up, but Brett stayed in bed, and so I took the test, and I was in complete shock. Like, I was like, it's gonna be a no, it's an early detection test. Yesterday I took a test and it was like the faintest line, and I was like, oh, it's just fluke. Like, so Brett went and bought like the digital or early detector test that literally say yes or no, which gave me so much anxiety because I was like, I know it's gonna say no. But I sat there and I looked down and it said yes, and I literally just covered my mouth, like, and I was like, shoot, okay, you gotta play it cool, like, don't let this hit you yet, you have to act like you're not pregnant, like, okay. So I got in bed and I was sad, and he was like, so, and I was like, we'll just try again next month. And he was like, okay. He gave me a hug, and my heart was racing, so I was like, oh, hopefully you don't get close to my heart, because it's racing because we actually are pregnant, and I'm gonna surprise him when he gets home from work today. But I'm pregnant! Braylon, are you gonna have a brother or sister? He's unsure. Wow, it's been an emotional roller coaster. Trying to get pregnant is not an easy thing for a lot of people, and my heart just goes out to everybody who has to deal with the month-to-month disappointment, because it's a roller coaster and it feels very daunting, and it feels like I'm never going to be able to like get pregnant, or I'm never going to, you know, be able to live life, like not month to month. So it took us a while with him, and I don't think I thought it would happen the second time. Like I just was like, oh, we got pregnant once, it'll happen second time, bam, but it didn't, and it was quite the roller coaster, but I just am really thanking God for blessing us with another baby. So now we just pray that this baby is healthy, and I'll keep taking tests because I'm pretty sure I'm like 4 weeks, so I'm so early. I'm so early, but that's okay. The sooner you find out, the better, right, Bubs? Mommy's pregnant! Ah! So I found an old Nike box, and last month, whenever we didn't get pregnant, I went and did some retail therapy. So I think when he walks in, I'm just gonna tell him like, hey honey, sorry, I went ahead and did some retail therapy, but I got something for you, and have him open it. And when he opens it, he will see all of this. So the pregnancy test, the baby is the size of a poppy seed right now, so little. This is actually the outfit that we brought Braylon home in, so already makes me emotional just thinking about that. Nice to already have baby stuff though. I just had to go downstairs in our storage room and get the baby stuff out, but that is what he will see, not tennis shoes. But I'm so excited. I may have done some retail therapy.
Instead of a Nike box, what are you doing here?
Yeah, but I got something for you. Because last time the retail therapy was just for me. What? What?
Lord. Hi, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I didn't say hi. Hello. No shit. No, we're not. No, we're not.
I lied this morning.
What? No, we're not.
We are. We're pregnant.
Dude!
We're pregnant.
Dude, you're gonna be a big brother! You're gonna be a big brother! I'm excited! What?
Yeah, I lied this morning.
Holy crap, well you sold it well. I was like dreading coming home. It's like, oh, she's in me in a bad mood.
Little did you know, I've been freaking out all day. So the baby is the size of a poppy seed. Do you know what this is the outfit we bought.
I was gonna say, that looks familiar. It's from him, yeah.
Isn't that so crazy? We're gonna have another baby. Hey, we're gonna have another baby.
Holy crap. Oh, I guess the faint line is real.
I knew it! I knew it!
You excited?
I was shocked, Brett. I was literally shocked this morning in the dark, and I was literally like, and I was like, then you came to hug me, and my heart was literally racing, and I was like, calm down, calm down. Are you crying?
I don't know.
Are you excited?
Yes.
We're gonna have a Christmas baby.
My Christmas baby.
We're pregnant.
Dude, you're gonna be a big brother. Can you believe that? Let's go.
March 25th will forever be the hardest day, the worst thing I've ever had to witness. That's when we saw, I, by myself, saw a baby with no heartbeat. I'm gonna preface a little bit behind the story, and then I'll get into the story. This is triggering for you. I'm sorry if you've gone through this. I'm so sorry. But watching other people's stories has helped me feel less alone, and it's made me feel less broken. So I want to do the same for others. So that's what we're gonna do. Fast forward like 4 weeks, probably around 3 weeks. I was 6 weeks along and we had our first ultrasound, and we went in, and the ultrasound actually did not go very well. I was earlier than we thought, so I was measuring like a week behind, so there was no baby actually in the gestational sac, but there was a yolk sac in the sac, and so the embryo or whatever was there, just the baby had not been formed yet. So we weren't sure if it was going to be a miscarriage. If it wasn't, we did a lot of research. We felt pretty good that I was just earlier than we thought, but we were tracking ovulation like crazy because we were trying to get pregnant, and so a lot of the timeline didn't really make sense. But anyways, did the ultrasound, left super discouraged but not hopeless. 10 days later, on May 10th, 10 days later on May 10th, we went in, and I was almost 8 weeks, and we saw a baby. And we saw a heartbeat. We saw a good, strong heartbeat and a baby. And so we thought we were going to be okay. We were confident that this pregnancy was going to make it. So then we started telling family. Also, you're on a Kleenex box, so if I grab one, it's because there's nothing more appropriate than for my phone to be on a Kleenex box right now. And I also haven't, I've taken a shower since surgery, but that's about it. My temples hurt so bad from crying so hard, like it hurts to chew. And it hurts like I have a headache because I've been crying so much. Anyways, I got way off track. We see a baby, we saw the heartbeat, got the pictures done, started telling family. It was the happiest 2 weeks ever. We took announcement photos with Braylon in his big brother shirt, which we still have all of those. I don't want to get rid of them because this baby still deserves to be celebrated. So for now, I can't really look at those, but in the future, hopefully I will. And then a couple days later, I had my second appointment with my OB, and I was almost 10 weeks. And I love my OB so much. It was a fine appointment. I have been so sick. I've been so tired, and I've been so sick, and I haven't been able to eat anything except bread. And so we thought that this is good. Like, I'm having all these symptoms. This pregnancy is kicking my butt. It's gonna be okay. This is a good thing. And my OB was not worried that anything was wrong, but because my OB and we just have a really good relationship, I think. Or maybe she's like this with all of her patients. She's just the best. It was too early to hear the heartbeat, so I asked her if there was any way we could go see the heartbeat. And she snuck me back into the ultrasound room again. She did this with Braylon when I was like 11 weeks. And we did it again, which she broke the rules for me. Brett was not at this appointment with me, but starting around that week, spouses can start coming, so you best believe he's going to be coming to any future appointment that I ever have. But anyway, so I was alone. We go back to the ultrasound room, and the minute she put the ultrasound thingy on my stomach, the baby didn't look that big, much bigger, and I hadn't had an ultrasound for a couple weeks, and the baby should have been much bigger. And she zoomed in, and the room was so silent. She even invited another nurse in the room because they were like, oh, we just love to see babies, and she knows I don't care. Like, if somebody else was there, I was like, yeah, you can come watch, I don't care. And so there was another nurse in there, and the room was literally silent. And I was just waiting. I was just waiting for her to say the words and praying she wasn't gonna say it. But she did. Maya, I'm so sorry, but there's no heartbeat. And the amount of times that I replayed that scene in my head. I didn't sleep for 2 days. Between that and my D&C, I didn't sleep those 2 days. So probably a million times it's replayed in my head. They got another doctor in to check to confirm. They confirmed it. So my OB, everybody else cleared the room, and it was just me and her. And first she just let me cry. And she wiped my tears, and I called Brett, and then we talked about all my options. But because I was so far along, the baby had stopped growing like 2 weeks ago, and so she thought that a D&C was the best choice for me. She didn't pressure me one way or another. She told me it was our decision. But she was able to do the D&C 2 days later, or 1 day later actually. It was a Tuesday that I had my appointment, and she was able to do the D&C on Thursday if I wanted. And so I went home and thought about it. We talked about the D&C and the risks and everything, and basically she put it as like, I know you, Maya, and losing a child is so painful. It's painful enough. I don't want you to have to go through the physical part of it. So let's do it peacefully. So that's what we did. Wednesday was terrible because I still had this baby inside of me that I wasn't ready to say goodbye to. And also at any moment, I was terrified that I would miscarry and be at home. My sweet best friend drove up and was with me all day and helped take care of Braylon. And anyways, I'm rambling. So the D&C Thursday morning, Brett and I go, and I don't know what day is worse, the D&C or finding out. First off, healthcare is stupid. The amount that we have to pay for this D&C is outrageous. And I tried to tell the lady on the phone that called me on Wednesday. I had like 5 people calling me, trying to tell me all these things about the surgery and getting ready and all of that. And they sent me an estimate, and I forwarded it to Brett because I did not want to know how much it was going to cost. Because if I knew how much it was going to cost, which I do know now, I would lose it. And I lost it because this lady called me, and me telling her saying, no, for my mental sanity, I have not looked at this yet. Well, it's going to be this many thousands of dollars, and that's just for the surgery. That's just for me to go to the surgery center. That's not my doctor actually doing the D&C and anesthesia. And that's what I think is so messed up, and I'm still getting all these bills. We got bills from all the blood work that I had to do for this pregnancy, and it's just like a slap in the face after a slap in the face after a slap in the face, and it just doesn't seem fair or right. that we have to see these bills for a baby that we never get to meet. And that morning when we got to the hospital, thank goodness Brett got to go with me. He got to go back with me to the pre-op and was in the recovery, but before we went back to pre-op, they brought us a piece of paper, basically, telling us our options of what to do with the baby. That if we wanted to do a burial or the hospital will take care of it, then that was just, that's when it wasn't fair. That's when it wasn't right. That's when the pain was so unbearable. No parent should ever have to make that decision for their child. A child that I so wanted to meet. So we had the D&C. And everything went okay. She got everything that she needed to get. Apparently, they could not get me calmed down after they put me under. I was so sore yesterday. I was so sore. And my wonderful doctor has called so many times to check in on us. And she said it was because they couldn't get me calmed down. Even though I was asleep, my body was still having those emotions of being scared and sad and anxious for what was about to happen. So I've been really physically sore because I was so tense. But I'm happy with my decision to do the D&C, even though it's a ripoff. I have to pay so much money for something horrible like that. But it was peaceful. I don't know where to go with this video or what to say, or maybe this was way too soon for me to sit down and talk about it because I still haven't even processed it. I just cry all the time. Thankfully, I'm already established with a counselor, and I'm going to see her this week. I'm so sorry to any mom or dad out there who has had to deal with this. It's cruel. It's a pain that can literally not be described. Especially because we saw this baby's heart beating. And I tried my best, my very best not to blame myself, but it is so hard sometimes to question what could I have done. And now I just feel so sorry that we have all of these bills and no baby. But I know we'll meet our baby one day. And I really can't wait. And if you're somebody out there who wants to know how to comfort somebody who is going through a miscarriage, let me just tell you one thing. Do not tell them that they're going to be okay, that this is okay, that it'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll move forward. Because those are some of the first things that I heard. And I'm not okay. And I will never be the same. My heart will never be the same. And it is not comforting to hear that it will be okay. It's comforting to hear that I'm here for you. We're praying for you. And let me know if you need anything. I keep telling Brett we have a whole floral section from Hy-Vee in our house. But every time I look at them, I feel so loved. Yesterday it was like delivery after delivery. And I had never felt so loved. And that is how it's becoming a little more bearable each day. Because of the love that we feel from the people, our friends, that are taking care of us along the way. So, to my little baby, my little Christmas baby, was due 2 days before Christmas, December 23rd. We love you so much. And we can't wait to meet you